Christopher, how are you? This came from Marketing School Podcast. I'm going to tell you, these guys really give some fantastic ideas. Shout out to Eric Sue and Neil Patel. Eric, I think Neil is a guru, but Eric, sometimes I don't agree with you. And today's one thing I don't agree with is Eric's pushing his company and he's focusing so much on putting all his AI in one basket. And it's surprising. He pushes two different things, AI agents, building so many different AI agents. That's what everyone on my team needs to do, and agentic workflows. So, Christopher, I'll say I don't know these, and I might not know the definition, but when I say it, I'll say, oh, I do know it. Define, first of all, what an AI agent is, because it's so, and then we'll go into agentic workflows after.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we know AI as commonly known as some artificial intelligence that can do a certain task for us, right? But then when you talk about agents complete a series of tasks for us. So, we've gotten so advanced to our technology now that we can set up different workflows for AI to complete. So it might say, go from this stage to the next stage, and then, finalize this task by sending me an email, something to that nature, right? So we can create whole workflows based off of what we want for an AI. Some common tools most people know and might use N8N, or there's a couple other ones on the field. But yeah, it's starting to become a growing field that we start to systemize AI for workflows that are super uh, uh, boring for us as humans.
Exactly. See, and this and the bottom line, but okay, so and then we're gonna go into the agentic workflows. But I want to touch upon two things. One is you said an AI agent does a series of tasks, okay? And you said you use 8N8, right?
N8N.
N8N. Don't mind me on this one. The other one is Zapier. Zapier's more easier for non-developers, correct?
Yeah. Oh, let's say they tout it to be.
What is your thoughts? Do you think that's true? Because I'm going to be creating a Zap, a real simple Zap. I'm no technical person. That every time my restream is over, it will download it and upload it to Descript. I don't want anything more than that at this point, because there's so many different things that I say these agentic workflows are not capable of doing. My good friend, and you know him, Dr. Muhammad of Artilla, he basically is setting me up all these. It soon will be here. It's someday, but someday it's someday what my dream agentic workflows are. Now, see, I do know what an agentic workflow is after I'm speaking to it. So AI agents do a series of tasks. Give me some examples of one. That Zap is a semi one, right? Where it'll download it and then upload it to another platform. So it has to go to Google, pick it up, and then upload it automatically through the workflow.
100%. So you think about Zapier in the early days, Zapier is really good for kind of one-off simple automations. So it might say, hey, someone submits a form on my website. I want you to add them to a list on my marketing email. Boom. That's a Zapier or Zap, as they would call it right there. So that's just one automation. Now, here's where this differs from the new version where agentic workflows are coming into play, where you could do a full series set of those types of automations all in one. So you might say, hey, as soon as a customer enters the form online, add them to our email campaign, and then, heck, by the way, add them to one of our referral networks, and we send them some cool information about this. So you could really expand on the types of tasks that it does. But here's the thing that the agentic workflows and a lot of these AI folks will tell you is that the more complex your workflow goes, the more human intervention and possible errors that might happen, right? These aren't completely error-prone workflows. So I think what the main problem is on the marketing side is everyone has bought into the idea that AI is going to come in and completely do every workflow without us even having to look at it. And the problem is, I certainly wish too, Neil. Then I could retire for real. But
no, I could get on a beach and earn 20%.
Yeah, but
get on sales calls and just do my podcast from a freaking beach.
And what
That's
we're
all I'd have
coming
to
to
do.
find, yeah, what we're coming to find, it is more work for us to go back and figure out what the AI is doing than just us doing the work itself,
See, this
right?
is the
That's kind of the
this is
crazy
the
part.
so that's what I told you before, but I didn't want to. So Agenic workflows, here's my goal workflow. Upload it to Descript. Descript
Yep.
uploads it, does its zaps. That would be 7 zaps, by the way, just to
Right.
make sure that all the ums and ahs are removed and all that. Then create clips. Here is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. If you're using AI to create your clips without having a human look over them, they will be nonsense.
Yep.
Absolute nonsense. I mean, yes, it gives you an idea. Yes, it gives you the thing. But here's the problem. If you didn't look it over and then you had a workflow schedule it, you'd look like a fool. So why are we going and making marketing this way? That's my question.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is people drinking the Kool-Aid, especially on the marketing side. Um, they need to just do the real work. Human marketing, and you and I know, is a very human element, right? We got to get on the ground floor, understand what the people are talking about, and build message streams and value and connect value to them in a way that other campaigns have never done. So you can't do all that. You can't expect an AI to do all that. You can
Mhm.
assist you, but and I think that's where the market needs to focus on, is becoming AI assistant professionals, not AI led, which, if you're AI led all the time, you're not going to know what output you're getting and how to maximize it.
See, and when they're creating agenic workflows, and hey, I'm asking you, Eric, come back to me on this because you're going to see it, and I hope that my team tags you, Eric. What happens when that agenic workflow doesn't work, and you're selling that to a small business? That small business is going to be crippled because they won't have a freaking clue how to do it. And we know you don't have done for you services where it's 24/7, 7 days a week. Explain that, Chris. A workflow doesn't work. They're not going, you don't have a team 24/7 to fix the problem when that business needs to run 24/7.
Yeah, if you don't have a management team behind your automation, then it's prone to all types of error rates. And the most important thing too to remember is, you know, for most folks that they're selling that product to, is if it's such a critical part of your business, why would you completely outsource it or not have eyes on it? It's such a, it's a conundrum to have, like, to think about outsourcing elements that you don't fully grasp. And so I think it's where it comes down to, how do you have a battle tested workflow? It's not impossible to automate or digitize your workflow. And in fact, here at UX Bright, we work with customers all the time to do digital transformation projects. But what you gotta understand is the full nature for how your business operates, have really defined controls for how you operate, and then and only then it makes sense to automate it. For something like creative, like marketing, you can't just throw it all into an agent and hope to expect that you get the right outcomes.
I
Uh,
think it's the
yeah,
research. It's
it's
more the
just
power. I think the strategy is more the power of AI. I think the a lot of this stuff is more busy work, and that's why they've left the website game and are building this stuff instead. It's more money because if you can build more hours and not many people can do it, you're going to make more money. It's
yeah,
more of a money grab in AI versus a productivity grab. And that's where I'm going to be interested to look at these things moving forward. I know my good friend Dr. Muhammad's got me covered with the certain things like LinkedIn connections, Facebook likes, liking posts, uh, doing scraping content to get me leads. Yes. And his program is soon going to be where you won't need any code at all. That's going to be exciting.
sure.
But when it comes to something like the complex ones that I do every day, it's not going to be replaced by a machine yet. One point it will.
One
If they,
point it will.
if, and it will. But that's when you need to learn to sell. So get ready for that train. All right. Best place people can go, very quick, is
UXBright.com, and then follow us on LinkedIn and Spotify for more